All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how that paint dried up. This is actually a couple hours later. I haven't touched it since I did the video. It's not bad. You can see that it's a little off, like I said, but it's a pain in the butt to get these colors to match. So I'm happy with that, actually. Sometimes I have to do more because it'll still be a little bit more off when the paint dries. Most of the paints, they're pretty much the same color, but these peaches and stuff, they're a little bit different once they dry. Now, this is what I always use for my clear coat. I order it online because even when I've gone into Hobby Lobby, at least the local one here where I live, they didn't have it. So it's just much easier to order online. Sometimes I get bigger bottles, smaller bottles, whatever's available. I usually tend to order like 4 or 6 of these at a time because I do tend to use a lot of this depending on what I'm doing. The Globulus that I did, the custom one, took a lot of this stuff to really cover him. I think I ended up doing 2 coats on him, and it took, I think, 2.5, 3 bottles of that to actually pull that off. It was quite a bit once it was all said and done because he had a lot of area to cover, basically. So we're gonna go ahead and clear coat this. I usually use the big flathead brush to clear coat, but that's because I'm doing like massive areas. I'm actually just gonna use the same paintbrush that I used earlier. I use this to do a lot of painting. When I'm done with it, I'm gonna really have to clean it out just to get all the clear coat out of the paintbrushes, because if you don't, it gets really hard, really stiff, really hard to work with. And then when you clean it out, you're basically using soap and pulling it out, and it's no fun once it's dried up. The other one, I don't care as much because I use it all the time. I tend to just, I'll leave it in sometimes and I won't clean it for a while, and then I'll actually clean it. So we're going to go ahead, put a little clear coat on this, and we're going to go ahead and paint this thumb because I'm happy with how this turned out. I'm not just going to clear coat the thumb. I'm going to go ahead and do his whole hand, just because it creates then like a seal even on top of what I had on there for the what do you call it, super glue. And it's gonna hold this fix that I made much better to the whole hand, basically, by doing this. Let me see. There we go. I always have to put my finger behind it to make it focus. Not gonna put a whole bunch on. It's really easy. It doesn't need like a whole lot. This stuff can get a little watery even without adding water to it. I tend to put 2 coats on usually, though. I do. I don't like the matte. I only use it for basically like vehicles and certain things that should kind of look matte, but I do have a huge bottle of matte gloss as well. Like a really big bottle. Oops, crap. I hit the camera here. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's just, you want it to evenly go across. This stuff is really sticky till it dries. And then you guys have seen stuff that I painted and clear coated and everything. It looks really nice, I think, with the high gloss. It will look a little off, you know, of course, having the high gloss on one hand and not the other, but you know what, I don't care because he didn't have a thumb, so he now has a thumb. It's fine with me. He didn't really need a repaint or anything. He was in pretty good condition otherwise. Did I end up doing? Yeah, no, I did. I forgot. I did do his knees though, with a lot of clear coat. But that's it. It's pretty simple. When that dries, it's gonna have a really high gloss. It will just get one more layer of clear coat, probably like an hour from now when it dries. It will look exactly the same though. It will just give it a little bit more protection. And once that's said and done, from what I've noticed, that pretty much places that thumb fix into place. It's good to go. You can put weapons, anything in his hand, anything that'll fit into the slot that basically you created. You're creating the space at that point and how you want it. So, but you can yank on it, pull it, move it around. Once the clear coat dries, it's on there. It's a good fix. And that's basically how I create or fix thumbs. And that was, I know it was a couple video process, but it does take days for certain things to dry here and there. You need at least a full day for the milliput to dry. And then of course I got my spider bite, so it took like a whole nother week to actually finish this. But I'm happy with how this came out. I really like this. What is it? I think they do just call him Laser Trooper. Cyber Trooper, that's what his name is. From Lantern. I like his design. I think I have 4 or 5 of them now. I think 2 of them are repaired. I think 2 or 3 of them are actually in really good condition. So I don't mind having like a nice little platoon of these guys, a little squadron of them, you know. And that's basically how you fix thumbs, or how at least I do thumb repair. I just kind of figured out how to do it on my own. I didn't really watch any videos to do this. I was thinking you have to have some kind of base underneath. That's why I was thinking staple, something like that. And I always thought that to actually fit in that little hole area where it's broken, you're not going to be able to use something sturdier, which would be nice, but like a paper clip. Just going to be too big. I mean, I know there's smaller paper clips, but what's the point of that at that point? I like to be able to just drill that little tiny hole in there, get it in there, super glue it, and it holds pretty good. It just doesn't have as much stiffness when you're working with it, but I like how it ends up. And that's how I fix thumbs, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm really happy with this one. This one gave me no problems. Sometimes I run into a lot of problems, so thanks. See you guys next time.